Hi, if you're new to the stream, my name is Coach MK. I am a running coach based in Denver, Colorado, and this is your mobility bedtime story. The time of day when I encourage all my runners to go get on top of a pipe, because you know what? If you haven't done this, you're not done. I mean it. I don't care what you did today. If you haven't foam rolled, you have not finished your workout. Yay! So let's do that. We start in about 5 minutes. This is the testing time where I see if the baby's going to go down or stay up. Yay! Either way, we find the path of least resistance and we go with that because teething is hard, right? Yes, it's terrible. I don't remember what that feels like. My other 3 are hanging out in the other room and will probably come in and out throughout the broadcast, so be ready for that as well. Someone told me recently my stream could double as a birth control advertisement, and I wouldn't argue with that. It's fantastic fun, but boy, it does not look easy. So here we go. Go get your pipe, get your foam roller, make sure it's something nice and firm. If you wouldn't want to kick it in the dark, if you wouldn't want to smack it against your own head, it is probably not firm enough for our purposes. If you are a lifter, if you are a builder, if you are a runner, you need something harder than a pool noodle if you want to break apart those muscles and get them stronger. Hi, baby. It is almost foam rolling time. We've got 4 minutes, 3 minutes.
How about I watch right here?
You're going to watch right there, okay? Just don't hit the computer, okay? Thank you.
What is the computer?
The computer is that thing behind your head that you don't need to touch. Did you toot? You promise? You sure? Because where do you poop? What? Where do we poop? In the potty, that's right, not in the pull-up. And you have to poop in the potty if we're going to have a slumber party. Right? Oh, wait, that was you. Was that you? Yay! I bet you do. All right, 2 minutes before we get started, one more note. My chat is closed to followers. You have to follow me today if you want to chat with me tomorrow. Yay, but throughout the broadcast, feel free to toss in questions or comments. We're going to go through the basics, most important moves in my routine. And if there's anyone in here like a lifter or someone random that's actually kind of stumbled in here and has questions about mobility, I could talk about mobility all night long. Let's go through the basics and then we'll get into specific parts of the body. The other fun tools, if you have them handy, go grab them. The Battle Star, it's worth the money if you lift and you don't have the Battle Star. What are you doing? Katsu, if you have any voodoo floss, grab that. That stuff's fantastic. If you don't have voodoo floss, don't try this stuff at home with resistance bands. It's a bad idea. But the most valuable thing you could possibly own if you truly want to get better or stronger at anything, lifting can only do so much. If you aren't mobilizing, you aren't actualizing. So go get something nice and firm, like a PVC riser pipe from the plumbing section at Home Depot and Lowe's, and let's get started. Yay! 1 minute. Yay!
1 minute.
Are you excited, Violet?
I'm excited too.
I know you're excited because you're going to go for a ride, right?
Tomorrow.
Hi! You did make it to a foam roll session. Hi, Katie. I'm thrilled. I'm just going to change the scope a little bit. Yay! I mean, really, all y'all's just here to see Violet and know that, but my kids all played with this. I had it all nice and ready to go. And then they twisted it over here and rolled it over there. Yay! All right. It's 7 o'clock. It's time to get started. Are you ready, Violet? Are you ready, Violet? Yay! You want all of your body weight concentrated on top of the point where your body hits the roller. Yay! This first move is for your shins. I say it's for your shins, but that's kind of a lie. It's truly for your ankles. What we're trying to do is mobilize this tissue from here all the way down to the ankle. So this first move, if you're on top of bone, that's wrong. Let's not do that. If that happens, then let's go direct. Then you're just going to wait and go with us directly to the second move. Where we mobilize, right here, there's a little round bone. We're going to be going all the way down from there. Uh-huh. Do you object? Do you object? Or is it this one? Fine. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yay. All right. Let's get on top of it. Yes, the live violet. Live violet never stops. Woo, woo, woo. We always want to keep our knees in between our elbows. Reason being, why do we want to do that? Because that's the only way we're going to keep all our body weight on top of this roller to do this horribly hard, painful move. If this one doesn't hurt, you're doing it wrong. Whee! 10 times. Top the foot to the roller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, 7. Why does this keep going to sleep on me? Nothing gets to sleep in this house. 8. My PVC pipe is 6 by 2. 9, 10. Sorry, this is 6 inches top to bottom and it's 2 feet long. You don't usually have it sitting out anymore at the Home Depot, you gotta make them cut it. But they'll do it. Yay! 6. Where was I? 7. 8. 9. 10. If you're a lifter, if you're an avid CrossFitter, if Orange Theory Fitness is your jam, you need to make this your jam too. Because I'm telling you, if you don't do these first 2 moves and then you're not mobilizing your ankles and you're never going to get as deep into the squat or the lunge or really anything else as you probably want to go. Yay! And everybody wants to do a pistol squat where their booty touches the floor, right? I know. Move number 2, the bone saw. Popularized by Mobility Wads Kelly Start. Cross your left ankle over the right. Press right down. Here we go. Mwah. 1. Mwah. 2. Mwah. 3. Mwah. 4. Mwah. 5. Mwah. 6. Oh no. Mwah. 7. 8. 9. 10. Switch ankles. This is awful. I cried the first time I did this move. Do da. 1. Oh no. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, boo boo. 8. All right. 9. 10. We're gonna pause this very quickly for a diaper change. Baby's done, I think. And you're stinky. Yay! I know. That tooth just hurts, doesn't it? Here. What's that? I bet that'll fit in your mouth. Yay! Oh, stinky. I know, that's gotta hurt. Oh. Dr. Brush is the worstest. It is the worstest. I know. That would hurt anyone's booty. Poor thing. Poor thing. Yay. Baby. be back in a minute. Oh. Okay. Yes. Are you happy now? Mwah. Is that better? Yay! Leave that right there. I'll be right back. How are we doing? You gonna be okay for a minute? Yes or no? If you're gonna freak out, now is the time before we go any further. What you ready? Are we in? Are we in? Yeah? Okay. All right, next one, we're now gonna do the back side of the calves. This is easier if done with a super friend, if you've got a friend at home to help you out. Yes, you could. So, Makalita, you absolutely could do that first one on a bar. You could do it with the barbell if you were rolling across the floor. Again, we really want to be 6 inches off the ground, totally suspended with all of your body weight on top of it. You could do it, just be real careful when you get down in here. There are nerves in this area, and we don't want to mess with the nerves. At the same time, a narrow, go as far down as you think you can with the barbell if that's all you got. But I'm telling you, this is $10. Lowe's or Home Depot, plumbing section. They will cut it for you. You need this. You're less likely, it's going to hurt like a mother, but you're less likely to hurt on this, or hurt a nerve on this than you are on the barbell. And I really would not recommend getting down in there with lacrosse ball, again, for the same reason. When you watch those guys on Mobility WOD, if you watch Mobility WOD, when you watch them go places with a lacrosse ball, their muscles are freaking gigantic. And those nerves are protected. For most of us mere mortals that aren't there yet, let's just take our time and save our nerves. Because I'm telling you, if you trap a nerve with a lacrosse ball and you can't get full flexion in your ankle, I mean, you're not going to be able to get muscles that big, ever. So, here we go, back side. Another thing you can do, if you have an ankle weight, I would not recommend going heavier than 20 pounds. What you want is a counterweight. You don't want to turn this into a workout, and we don't want to overstress that joint. If you do have up to 20 pounds, you can wear it right here, but do not put it on your foot. Put it somewhere around your ankle. I had those before I got pregnant. I guess it's time to pull those back out. Right, Violet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, point number 1, you're going to stop where your Achilles tendon disappears into your soleus. Flex that foot towards your face, left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now point in the same place. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should hurt. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you move like I did, try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! If you're doing this correctly, you should feel it in your plantar fascia. Plantar fasciitis doesn't come from where most people think it does. It drives me crazy in runners. If the sole of your foot is hurting, if it hurts first thing in the morning, if your heel feels tight like you got pins sticking in it when you get out of bed, you need to do this move. I cannot emphasize that enough. More so, you need to get a super friend to come hold you down and push and get deeper than you're able to do yourself in this position. When you're back, make sure your fingers are pointed towards the roller so that we're not hyperextending your wrists. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Further down. 1, 2, 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's really nice. Yay! Wasn't that nice? I think that was nice. Yeah, better with the foot on top. It's just a little bit easier when your legs crossed over. That's just awkward, and we don't need this to be awkward. It's never going to be gorgeous and graceful. It just needs to be not awkward and appropriately painful, meaning painful in the right places. So, what do we do next, Violet? Do you remember? We're going to get the fuzz out. Gonna get the fuzz out like shearing a sheep. So, a lot of runners talk to me about their IT bands hurting. The cause of the biggest cause is, what did I just do? My feet. The biggest causes of IT band tendinopathy for runners that you're not recruiting these little glutes on the side. The big ones, fatigue, your quads are doing the heavy lifting quite literally and they're pulling your body forward. So when that happens, everything's going to break down all the way down the chain. One of the reasons I don't like to talk about the IT band very much is that it's a ligament, right? If it's overstretched, it's because it's overused or being misused, right? That's a muscular issue. We don't really need to loosen the tendon. What we do need to do is loosen all the muscles that are connected to it. So, I don't know if you can see real good, but there's a soft little bump right here. There's kind of a part where it flattens on the side. That's where the IT band is. You can see the side of this muscle. This next move, we're going to shear the fuzz out here, then shear the fuzz out here. If you just lay on top of the roller and go back and forth, you will never get deep enough. You will never have enough pressure. You will not have enough on that point unless someone's sitting on your back, which we're going to do, hopefully, right? Yeah? Yeah? Who wants to ride? Shiloh? RJ? You want to ride? First thing you do is you lock in. Locking in means you keep rolling until you feel your hip bones hit that roller. From that point, you do find a flower. Good job. Then we're going to turn 45 degrees to the right. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Thank you, thank you. I am baby Moana. Can you back up a little bit, Shadow? Okay, here we go. 1. Feet off the ground, RJ. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Yes, ma'am. 10. Shift again. 25-degree angle. 1. 2. 3. My God. 4. Woo. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay, we gotta stop there for now, but all right. I'm gonna roll over. Can you stand up for a second, RJ? Okay. Rolling. Rolling. You ready?
Yes.
Yes. You ready to get off the ground? Lift off. Whoops. 1. Are you good? Can you get back on?
Yes, I can.
Let's do it. There we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. I'm
Ow!
sorry. 9. 10. Shift 25-degree angle. Whee! You got it heavy, buddy. 1. 2.
Ow!
Feet off the ground. Feet off the ground.
I am trying to get up. There.
3. 4. 5.
This is like a whale ride.
Oh, thanks. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right. Up and at 'em. Okay, wait. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wait,
I'm coming. You ready? Okay. I'm just going to hang out in a plank for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pelvic tilts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left to right. 1, 2. This works your obliques. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bud, can you stand up for a second while I change positions?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, what are you doing, seriously? Hi, Miss Violet. I'm looking at you. Feel better?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Your foam roller.
My foam roller. Yeah, I know. RJ's getting heavy. Okay. Now we're going to go into the hips. Really?
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I found my teapot.
I'm so glad you found your teapot. Where'd it go?
It was in a toy bucket.
Was it really? 1. Say hi to Daddy. He's watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. RJ, can you come sit right here? Can you sit on top? RJ,
It
can you?
says my name.
Yes, it does. That's Daddy. Say hi to Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Feet off. Feet up. 4. Thank you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'll say, Daddy says hi. Other side. You gonna help me, RJ? No.
I see your name. I'm helping you.
You helping me? You're gonna sit on me. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1,
I can't see your other
4, 5. It's right next to you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. RJ, Daddy says he loves you. Charlotte, can you make so please? Thank you. Charlotte, stand over here. Stand over here. All right, we love you too, Daddy. We miss you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here, you've got the bones. You've got your butt bone. It kind of looks like this. Comes back in a sharp point. That point's hitting the roller now. In between, you got all this tissue. I think that is the butt cave. We want to press on to the back of the butt cave. First on this side, find that uncomfortable point, roll over it, floss it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then find that awful place and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do not move this ankle. Switch cheeks. Press down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we switch ankles. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rolling over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whee! That's nice. That should release your piriformis. Yay! From here, just going to roll your back out, arms forward, so those rhomboids pop out. 1, 2, I know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down here, we want that bony ridge at the back of your skull. We want to release all the muscles underneath it. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. I know, but if I put you down, you're just going to yell because you're not tired. Right? 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 Okay. That is all when it comes to my basic routine. I am going to try to calm this baby down. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them into the chat. Having a rough night. If you were here from the heart rate training monthly plans, we'll start Move of the Month tomorrow because frankly, after all this noise, I don't remember what the Move of the Month is for November. It's going to take me a minute. So, I'm putting her away. If you have questions, throw them in the chat. I'll answer them when I get back. You ready, boo-boo? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you're good. That's fine. Alex, if you're still watching, where did you put all the pacifiers? You get her used to them and then you go hide them. You're saved. There was one in her crib hiding in the corner. Whew. Okay. Michaelito, yes, for your upper back. If we're talking about your thoracic spine, for any further up in your cervical spine, we don't need to try to roll. Basically, we don't, because your head's heavy. It's heavier than the muscles underneath it are strong. So just basic physics, we don't want to mess too much with the neck. That manually you can manipulate it all you want, but you don't want to really get into it with the roller. The occipitals are the little teeny tiny muscles underneath that bony ridge. You don't really want to go further. You get into those real good with the roller or with the barbell, but you don't want to go any further down. That's a good way to get hurt. When it comes to the thoracic spine, you really need a roller for that because the way we want to open it, you need to have something wider. You have two good options. I do not love the, you'll see people like to take two lacrosse balls, tape them together and roll up and down your spine. There are a lot of reasons why I don't love that option, particularly for lifters. You're already putting so much stress on your spine. We don't need to compress it further by forcing it into an unnatural position on something that tiny. You are really better off doing this move that I'm about to show you. You want your head on the roller when you go down as much as you can. I don't care if your booty hangs off. I care that your head is supported, again, because it's heavy and the muscles here are small. Go make snow angels. That's the first one. That should release, you should feel it releasing all the way into your lats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Next one, arms up, straight up and down. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. While you're doing this move, notice that if this was Pilates, the position my pelvis is in would be called imprint. This is more important for women than it is for dudes. If you're doing this move and your head's on the roller, you really want the small of your back to be pressed into the roller. You do not want your butt bone to be on it. We want the small of your back engaging all the muscles in here. Woo. So those are 2 of the introductory moves I would do on your back. I would not try to roll your lower back too particular. That last move I did, you could do on your barbell if you have a lot of core strength. If you don't have a lot of core strength, I don't recommend it. You could do more harm than good. Again, you'll be better off on one of these if you're new to mobility, just because I'd rather you do it here and think, oh, that was nothing, and then get on your roller, then get on your barbell and think like, oh my God, that's terrible, and hurt a vertebrae unnecessarily. So, that is that. The final thing that I like to do, I bet your back hurts after that plane ride. Go, Alex, you need to go. Don't you have the foam roller with you? That portable one, the morph that flattens out? I thought you kept that in your suitcase. The other really good thing you can do, if you do not lat pull downs, I just straight arms, roll your shoulders back. If you have anything to pull, don't go for anything too heavy, just enough that you feel the tension. Straighten your back. As long as you're pulling back and trying to get those arms almost like you're trying to get them to touch, that should pop your thoracic spine as well. That actually, if you could hear that sound, that was mine. It feels really nice. All right. Okay, if your core is pretty solid, then that's good. Go ahead and try it on the barbell, but just be careful. It's always dicey doing things on the barbell, other than trying to loosen up your soleus to release your Achilles tendon a little bit. I prefer these. As a general rule, they're just safer. But go ahead and start with what you've got, and then we work it up from there. The yoga moves you can do in a hotel without a foam roller, there are several, but again, for your lower back, it's kind of tricky. You really want to have something. If you go get a towel and roll it up and press it underneath the small of your back, and just try to press the small of your back into the ground, and then lift, and then press, and then lift. That should decompress your spine a little bit as well. When it comes to your neck, just anything you can press against it to roll back and forth. All of the tension in your neck is gonna start and finish with those occipital muscles right underneath that bony ridge of your spine. That is a place I'm good for you to get into with a lacrosse ball. I'm also, if you see, it's called the therapist's thumb. They're like $16 on Amazon. They're green and they look like a sex toy. They're fantastic. Plus, it's just kind of fun to whip it out when I'm in line at preschool drop-off or pickup, because I'm amazing and I hate that shit. So you can get really deep in there with that, and you can get really deep into places like down here with your ankle with the therapist's thumb. But again, just be a little careful, especially if you're hairy. You want to put something on there to lubricate the area before you start working into it. Yay! So, Bakalita, it sounds like we got a minute with the baby. Is there any part of the lower back in particular, and is it from, where do you think it originates? Is it coming from, are you hitting new heights right now? Are you going for a PR in the lift? The compression in the lower spine can come from a couple different places, but broadly and generally speaking, if we start here with a couple of those moves, that should release most of your lower back. I would avoid going on an arch. You'll see people like to recommend, it's made popular by Dr. Oz, it's this back stretcher and it looks like an arc. I would tell all lifters to avoid that at all costs. What that does is it increases laxity in your spine, and you as a lifter don't want laxity. Some parts of your back are going to be a little bit tight for a reason, and that's to protect the rest of your body while you're pulling or while you're snatching. Like any of those faster moves, if that's your jam, your back needs to be. You don't need to increase the laxity. It's just going to increase the chances of you getting hurt. So nothing above flat, nothing arched, as much as possible. That's going to be helpful. It's from arching on a bench. There you go. Arching's good. What? Where you go? Wait, please go downstairs. Don't wake the baby. I just got her to go down and not make noise. Thank you. I love you. You're my favorite. When you listen. Okay. So yeah, arching on the bench is gonna do that to you. In that case, we want to again take that roller. Be real careful. You know, not to be too much of your mom, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't throw out a whole bunch of caveats. I just get nervous when people are on a barbell doing this. But just throwing your arms up, and the reason we do that, I mean, you would never go this far forward when you're lifting, obviously that's bad form, but when we do this to roll, it's just to expose those muscles in the back as we go down. And you can hang out here for as long as you want, releve going up on the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as far off the ground as you can. That's going to put a little more pressure into that point in your shoulder where your body hits the roller. And you can also go left to right here. I mean, this is fantastic. I do this several times a day. It just feels so darn good. Again, you can get into your back with the 2 lacrosse balls. I've seen that go wrong so many ways and so many times. I have serious hesitations about being like, oh, that's a great idea. Oh. Another one you might have it down in here, if you feel it. Again, you've got a trigger point down in there. Just find it. Either hang out on it, and that's enough, or you can lift your hips. Again, if you're on something small like the barbell, I wouldn't recommend the lift. Just get it and press into it, however you can. And what you do on one side, you do need to do on the other to release it. Oh, that is my groceries. Pardon me. Right, man.
I just had a baby at 5 months.
Congrats.
Yeah. I know how that goes.
Yes, and I'm like, and of course we don't have cornmeal. Of course we don't have cornmeal. Have a great night.
For the teething, 2 green onions.
Really?
And freeze them.
Huh.
Dip them in water and freeze them. And it numbs their gums.
That's genius.
My family's,
Smarter than my friend.
my family's tradition.
I love that.
So, just heads up, because my baby's teething now.
Oh my God, I appreciate it. Congratulations, and thank you. When are you gonna have what? As soon as I'm sure the baby's asleep and I finish the string. Yay! All right, if that's all we got for now, I'm gonna call it for the night. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow for desk series. I think tomorrow is the last day of October, first day of November. No, we got one more day of October. Cool, we're gonna start, you know what, if you're in the Heart Rate Monthly plans, we just might start my desk series tomorrow for glute strength. I will see you then. It's my pleasure. You're welcome for the tips. Go ahead and get that PVC pipe if you can. Luckily, don't let me know how that goes. You should be able to pick it up in the store. I'm here every night at 7 o'clock, and I'm happy to answer all your questions. When I come through the day, it's a little sporadic for now because baby, she blows up all my programming schedules. But I shall be on at some point during the day. And whenever you catch me, feel free to reach out and ask whatever's on your mind. I love talking about mobility. I really don't get to do it enough, so I love it when people wander in the room and ask me questions, because I'm like, yes, we can do that, and I would love to break down your bicep, and I would love to get into your pecs. We can do so much stuff. So yeah, I mean, your presence has totally made my day. Yay! Yeah, thank you, Halloween costumes tomorrow. You know I'm going to forget that, just like I forget snacks in the parade, but luckily, this is why we picked a preschool in our church, because everyone would be really nice. Or at least they don't have to be nice. They can sit there and judge me and make sure my children have what they need. That crazy woman. You're a coach. You're loved. Go win and sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, of course I can, baby.